Hey guys, Nicole Scott for Netbook News here, and here we are shooting my 4 weeks with the ASUS Padfone. So I got this about a month ago, and I'm still in love with it. There's a couple things that I have found very interesting. So you all know that I'm super hard on my devices. If you've been watching me for a while, you know that I mind-bogglingly can shatter things in a very short amount of time. So within about a week of me having the Padfone, it was in the back pocket of my jeans, and I was riding my bike through a typhoon, and what would happen? Straight out the back of my pants, onto the road, cover gone, everything. Surprisingly, the front looks pretty good. I do have some scuff marks here on the back, so for as damaged as the phone is, this actually isn't too bad, I think, for as fast as I was going and for it smacking the pavement like that. And there's really relatively no scuffing across the top of the phone, so that is pretty impressive. The other thing that I am really fond of with this handset is that it has the outdoor mode. But one of the problems is that when you're outside in the sun, sometimes when you're pulling the notification bar down, it doesn't actually come down. So then you're like, and you can't see the screen, and you don't want to have it on auto because then it eats more battery. So then you're kind of like pulling the screen down, and you can kind of tell that it's there, that the notification bar is there, and then you put the auto or the outdoor brightness on, and then you can kind of pull it up, and then you're fine for outdoor. But that's one of the problems with this Super AMOLED display, is that it doesn't have the plus. So it does have the outdoor feature, which I really, really like. I wouldn't be able to use this phone otherwise. So that's really, really handy. So I've actually been itching for a little bit of a bigger screen. I've actually been finding sometimes when I've been doing my browsing that I just can't get enough screen real estate for the websites. Yeah, so that's something that I was actually very surprised to find, because I actually like this form factor. I like the way it fits in my hand. I like the way it's so super comfortable, and I can wedge it in the bottom, that I can type with one hand, that if I did have a car here in Taiwan, I would be texting and driving like crazy. I know it's illegal, but whatever. I mean, for all of you who like to do that, it's just, if you have average or small size hands, you want a phone that you can really kind of get your hands around. If you have an iPhone, this is the same size. So everyone will kind of know what I'm talking about. So that's one of the things that I was surprised at, that I was in the Galaxy Nexus before, and I kind of found myself itching for the bigger screen. Another thing that I'm pretty fond of is switching between Windows Phone and Android. So you'll know that I've been on the HTC Titan, and then I was on the Nexus, and back on the Titan, then the Padfone. And the one thing that I really appreciated with the Padfone was that it was fast enough to keep up with my indecisive nature of surfing my phone. I want to go here, I want to go there, I want to do this, I want to do that. And sometimes on the Nexus, I just found it wasn't fast enough to keep up with me changing my mind about where I wanted to go in my phone. But Windows Phone, you have to admit, it's quick, right? So it's quick enough that I can really scroll down, flip around, close things, and it keeps up, right? Even on a slower processor. But I was finding on other Android handsets, unless they have the big processors, they're just not quick enough to keep up with my indecisive nature. But the Padfone is, so that's something that I was really happy with, because getting such a powerful phone in such a small form factor is something that I've been really keen on. So really happy with the S4 processor. If you're looking for a phone with an S4 like the 1S, I would definitely recommend to get it, because with the Padfone, I'm definitely a big fan of what Qualcomm's doing with their processors. So this has been a quick roundup of what my feelings and thoughts are on the ASUS Padfone after 4 weeks of use. Love how thin it is, love the form factor. Surprisingly, I might want a phone with a bigger screen. We'll see. We have the S3 also in the office, so I might switch on to that and then maybe give you my feedback of the Padfone and the S3. Maybe shoot a little comparison of that after a couple weeks of use. So come back later. Please leave some questions if you have any more questions on the Padfone. So yeah, I'm Nicole Scott for Netbook News, taking a closer look at smartphones.